Hello everyone! Welcome to a slightly different video today. Rather than taking you through the process of a game jam, I will be showing you my tools and processes for staying organised during a game jam. Let's start with Miro, which is where I first came up with some of the ideas for built to scale. This is where I was like taking notes of things. And then once I had an idea here, there were two that I liked, so I broke it down more with some extra notes. And I also used Miro to kind of work out what the gameplay loop was, and make some notes on that so I could reference this anytime I was like, oh, I can't remember what comes after this kind of thing, and make sure I had the right amount of interactions and things like that. So yeah, this is one tool that I use, Miro. It's free, and you could use it with a team or you could use it by yourself, so it's pretty cool. And then the next one is Trello. Probably seen people use this before. And yeah, so this is what mine looks like after the jam. This is like the finished one, so I've got all the things that I managed to do in the jam, things that I wanted to do but scrapped, things that I wanted to do but only if I had time at the end, and also I was like organising things based on what they related to. Again, Trello you can use by yourself or in a team, and it's free and quite straightforward to work with. Yeah, those are the two kind of like planning, pre-production kind of things that I use. And then if we move on to the design things, I'll start with the high pitch document because that's kind of like the simpler one. If you only want to take a few notes, this is what you would use. So this is one of the things that you'll be able to copy and use for yourself. So it's split with the different headings so you can click on what you need. You've got your high concept where you'll put like kind of some simple notes about what your game is, features that you want to include in your game. This could be mechanics, could be just things that you want to include, things like that. Player motivation, kind of why do they want to play this game? What's the end goal of the game? What will they be doing? Kind of thing. Genre, what genre is it? You know, comedy, romance, horror, first-person shooter, those kind of things. Target audience, you don't have to include that one if you don't want to, but just who are you going to be aiming it at? You could also use this to take notes on where you want to market your game, like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, things like that. Unique selling points, what things are kind of original about your game. This could be mechanics, this could be story, just anything you think stands out that's specific to your game that you might not have in other ones. Target hardware, are you making this for PC? Are you making this for console? Are you going to be doing keyboard and mouse or controller? Things like that. Design goals, I can't remember. There's kind of things that like you don't have to include, it's just if you want to take notes on them. Story, just a breakdown of story. Characters, breakdown of characters, and some facts. So I've got an example of a document that I've made before. Does this have design goals? Oh yeah, it does. There you go. So yeah, this was something I did in college. Here's some examples. I didn't include the 7-word pitch because that was something specific to my college document at the time. So this is an example of how I used one a few years ago. Moving on to the GDD, this is another template that will be downloadable or copyable, whatever. Yeah, you've got all your different things you can click on and it will take you to the different places. All of these line up with this. You can add in more things here if you want or take things out. Kind of basically the same kind of process as the high pitch document, but just this is supposed to have every single bit of information you may need, and if you needed to share it with someone else, they would immediately be able to understand kind of everything they need to about the game. And yeah, so an example of one that I've made is another one from college. So this was for a project called Undergrowth. This was a kind of FNAF inspired horror game, so things with animatronics, and it took place in a garden centre. So yeah, this is how I changed it, so I had like characters. No, so there's some things that aren't included in this one that I did have in my one, so like artificial intelligence, but that's what I'm saying, like you can add things if you want. This is how I used mine. You can kind of pause to look at anything. Yeah, so it's just adding any information that you might need to reference. So making sure that you understand kind of what's going on in your game. So yeah, and I used a GDD for the GMTK game jam, mainly because I kind of knew what idea I had and just wanted to get straight into it. I don't have the document right now. I can't remember where I put it, so yeah, but those are some examples of things that I use. If you have any other questions on like other processes that I use, or kind of just about anything in general, leave a comment down below, and I hope that some of these resources will be helpful to you. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye bye!